Magandang araw po. Ito po si Chris, ang inyong Ops Officer dito sa NutriHider. And today, pag-uusapan po natin ang isa sa mga problema na pinagdadaanan ng mga lettuce growers sa panahon ng tag-ulan at sa panahon ng bagyo. At yan po ay ang tinatawag na transpiration. Ano nga ba yung transpiration? Yung transpiration po, yung pagdaloy ng tubig kasama ng nutrients papunta sa ugat, papunta sa stems, papunta sa malalaking dahon, at papunta sa mga newly formed leaves. Yan. So pag maganda po yung transpiration, nakakadaloy po ng maayos ang tubig na may nutrients mula sa ilalim pa itaas. Kapag maganda rin po ang transpiration, ang ibang nutrients po katulad na especially calcium and other immobile nutrients. Pero calcium na lang naman po ang pag-usapan natin ngayon because that's very relevant in our today's topic, yung calcium at yung ibang heavy nutrients, immobile nutrients, na ita-translocate po yan from older leaves into the newly forming leaves o katulad ng tinatawag na talbos. So ito po yung talbos sa Tagalog. Yeah. Importante po kasi na ang calcium nakakarating sa loob, dyan sa mga newly formed leaves. Otherwise, nagkakaroon po ng tinatawag na tip burn, o yung nasusunog ng mga dulo ng newly formed leaves. So, let me just, as simple as I can, explain to you what transpiration is and how it happens. Okay, so transpiration po, daloy ng tubig na may fertilizer, ugat, new leaves, sa stem at sa mga bagong leaves. So, kapag maganda po ang humidity, maganda po ang transpiration. So, let me describe to you what a gradient is all about. Lipat tayo dito para may patungan ako. Okay. So, ito po ay tinatawag na gradient. It's an illustration of what a gradient is. A gradient simply means dark sa ilalim, tapos palight siya ng palight. In this example, let's just talk about dark colors papunta sa light. I mean, gradient can be a combination of colors and etc. But what's relevant here is the gradient of moisture. So isipin po natin, ito hydroponics to, di ba? Lettuce yan. Yeah, lettuce yan. Sa ilalim may tubig po dyan. We're growing, by the way, using on NFT channels, nutrient film technique. We have a thin film of water along with nutrients that flow through these channels. So, this is the gradient. So, sa ilalim basang-basa, andyan po yung ugat. Para po makadaloy sa itaas ng lettuce, dito sa itaas, papunta sa mga newly formed leaves, dapat po sa itaas, ang moisture, hindi po ganong kakapal. In fact, ang sabi ng mga science and agronomic journals, when you grow lettuce, you need a moisture gradient or you need relative humidity dito, about 50 to 70%. The way I understand it, and I may be incorrect, now when you say relative humidity relative sa lettuce. Yeah, meaning, hindi yung, sa Quezon City kami, hindi yung humidity ng Quezon City, hindi yung humidity ng Pilipinas. It's the humidity relative to this lettuce. So, that's relative humidity. But then again, I stand to be corrected because that's how I understand it simply. So, kailangan yung relative humidity, yung humidity na nakabalot sa kanya, should be between 50 to 70%. Kapag 50 to 70%, maganda ang transpiration or pag-akyat ng tubig along with nutrients papunta sa dahon, sa mga malalaking dahon, mature dahon, sa tangkay, sa stem, at papunta sa mga newly formed leaves. It will also, high transpiration rate between 50 to 70% also allows the plants to translocate immobile nutrients and calcium amongst that. Yeah? Ano po ba ang epekto pag hindi po maganda ang transpiration? Yeah? Pag di po maganda ang transpiration, ay di syempre, mamumutla, mababansot, and in worst cases, magkakaroon po ng tip burn. Yeah? So that's in a jiffy. Now, so minsan kasi mahirap ding intindihin yung moisture gradient Yeah? So dapat makapal dito ang tubig papunta sa manipis. So dito, basically, you're 100% moisture because this is water. And then it goes up here because there's lesser moisture. Dapat 50 to 70%. Above 70%, sabi ng mga agronomic books, meron ka pa rin transpiration, pero bumabagal. So, bumababa yung rate of transpiration, which directly affects the quality, growth, and health of plants. And if left unattended, pag masyado mataas ang humidity, can cause tip burns and damage plants. Now, I have another illustration kung ano po yung transpiration. But first off, lipat muna po natin ito. Maaawa po ako sa kanin pag ginagawa ko to. Yeah? Kasi nakikita niyo po yan, meron siyang, yung iba, meron brown or something. Yan po yung beat marks or trauma marks. Ito kasi, nagkaroon po kami ng bagong policy na, okay, wait roots baka mabinat ka dyan or ma-damage ka. Nagkaroon po kami ng bagong policy. Ayaw na po namin tanggal, lagkabit, tanggal, balik, tanggal, balik. Ayaw na po namin tinatanggal balik yung lettuce. So, ang ginawa po namin, gumagamit po kami ng may removable channels. Tapos, imbis na po tatanggalin namin yung tanim, ito na lamang po ang inaangat namin. So, ayan po tayo po ay naka-nutrient film technique. Yeah? So, literal, mayroong film of water that's around 1 to 3 millimeters of water. Pag gusto namin i-check yung roots, yan po ang ginagawa namin. Inaangat na lamang po namin. But for the sake of showing you this video, inangat ko muna yung roots. Inangat ko na po yung lettuce muna. Yeah, so there's a film of water there. Yeah? Okay. So, what happens? Ano nga po ba yung gradient na yan? Bakit kailangang mas tuyo sa ibabaw? Ito po yung gradient. This is another example. Bakit ba kailangang mas tuyo yung ibabaw kumpara sa nasa ilalim? Let me show you this illustration. So ito pong tissue na to, binilog ko lamang. Yeah, binilog ko lamang. Ito pong tissue na to ay tuyo. Kapag ito ay nilagay ko sa thin film of water na yan, 1, 2, 3 millimeters, makikita nyo po, aakyat po yan, yung tubig. Yeah. Bakit umaakyat? Because tuyo po ito. So the moisture will naturally go where there's lesser moisture. Okay, it's not exactly the same as transpiration, but the concept is there. So makikita niyo po yan dahil basang-basa po sa ilalim, 100% moisture, ayan na po. Ayan na po yung basa. Yeah, ayan na yung basa. Aakyat pa yan ng aakyat. Ayan, umaakyat pa po yan. Aakyat po yan ng aakyat kasi tuyo po dito. Similar po yan, halimbawa po, umapa kayo sa baha at nasa may ankle niyo yung baha. So habang naglalakad kayo, yung baha, nasa may ankle nga lang, pero pag nakasawsaw yung pantalon niyo po ng konti, maya-maya, nasa ilalim na ng tuhod mo, mamaya, nasa ibabaw, nasa tuhod mo na, at maya-maya, yung basa po na yun, nasa ibabaw na ng tuhod. It's the same principle po here, sa tissue na ito. Usapong aakyat ang tubig kapag tuyo ang tissue. So, umakyat po siya kung saan tuyo po. Yeah? Kapag yan po, iniwanan ko pa yan mas matagal, ayan na po, yung basa, andito na. Yeah. Kapag ito po ay iniwanan ko, later on, basa na po yan lahat. So, that's not exactly transpiration because transpiration involves the xylems, the phloems, yung mga vascular system po ng tanim. Of course, it's a lot more complicated than that because this has a certain biology while this simply works on simple physics. Basa, thick moisture, pupunta po yung thick moisture na yon where there is lesser moisture. So it's the same principle, same fundamentals, but different because here, biology is involved. Ayan na po. Ayan na po. So, pero po imagine nyo ayan na po So kanina nasa dulo lang yung tubig, ngayon nandito na. So that's a representation of what transpiration is similar to. Ngayon, iba po storya niyan. Imagine nyo, ilalagay ko ito ng basang-basa yung tissue. Ay di syempre, hindi naaakyat yung tubig. Walang aakyat. Dahil, basa na siya. Walang paglilipatan yung moisture na makapal sa moisture na manipis. That is actually how this is explained, your moisture gradient. You need this. Yeah? You need this. You need this. You need this. Asa na yung lettuce? Babalik ko na muna yung lettuce, Okay? Babalik ko muna yung lettuce. Wait. Oh my God, naipit pa sa channel. Palagi yung ganyan. Okay. Yan. Kawawa naman itong tanim na to. So, yan po yan tanggal kabit na yan. nakaka-damage siya ng roots. It will have beet marks or trauma marks later on. Nakaka-recover naman po siya, yung mga tanim ninyo. Makaka-recover naman po yan. Katulad niyan po, yan, no? Yan, may bugbog marks, may beet marks, but it goes white back again as long as you treat it with tender, loving care. Yeah. So that's an illustration of that's an illustration of this gradient. So, kung makapal ang moisture sa ilalim, dapat manipis ang moisture sa taas para umakyat ang tubig from the roots up to the top. What happens? Ito po kapag let's say mataas yung humidity po dito, lalo na po dito sa loob po na yan, yung pocket na yan, malalim-lalim yan. It's like that. So, yan po, yung lugar na yan, mataas pong humidity dyan. Mabagal na nga yung transpiration kapag humid. Tapos, dito, extra humid pa. Ano po nangyayari pag humid? Bumabagal ang transpiration. Dahil po yung lettuce, mabilis lumaki. Yeah. Sa sobrang bilis niya, lalo na po pag hydroponics, ang nangyayari, hindi po nakakarating sa tamang oras, pangangailangan yung lettuce, yung calcium dito, nagkakaroon ng tip burn. Bakit di siya makarating? Mahina ang transpiration. Hindi na niya maiakyat yung calcium kasama ng tubig sa mabilis na rate para doon makarating sa loob. Hindi pa makapag-translocate yung tanim, yung mga older leaves ng calcium papunta sa loob dahil nga mababa yung transpiration. But what can we do to solve this? Oh, by the way, it's not just I keep on repeating that, but that's not the only problem. Also, the problem is pag mahina ang transpiration, nababansot ang mga tanim. Mabagal ang paglaki, maputla ang kanyang kulay. In many cases, and then I've seen many groups discuss about this, nutrient deficiency daw. Of course, magkakaroon ka ng nutrient deficiency-like symptoms because mahina ang daloy ng tubig kasama ang fertilizer, mahina ang resistensya, ang plant health ng inyong tanim. So, what can you do? Ito po yung aming hygrometer. Yeah. Ito po ang grow system na to ay nasa peligro. Ayan, 80%. Dapat po yan. Hindi yan tataas ng 70%. I can do something about it. I can take out the humidity. Pwede kong tanggalin po yung humidity by turning on the air conditioner. But I don't want to do that. That's going to be really expensive. That's going to give me a high upkeep sa pagpapatubo ng lettuce. So what can I do? We've seen hobbyists, enthusiasts. We've seen Don Fernando Algozo, RC, Mary Joyce. I've seen a number of growers that use. So what does the industry do? That use fans to move that humid air around because ito pong mga tanim, ito pong mga lettuce na ito, pag nai-introdusan sila ng hangin, nanunumbalik po or nag-i-improve yung kanilang transpiration. Ngayon, pag halimbawa, mababa sa 50% yung humidity, nag-electric fan ka pa rin or tinodo mo yung electric fan, binabaran mo siya ng todo, matutuyo naman po yung tanim. Matutuyo po yung tanim. So, ang ginagawa po ng mga growers dyan, pati po ng mga big growers, as ginagawa nila, nag-i-install sila ng fans. Nag-i-install sila ng fans sa mataas na part na banda ng greenhouse. And this is what happens. That fan that I showed you, that electric fan, is 12 feet away. So, naka-number 3 yan, malakas po yan doon. Pero pagdating dito, banayad na lang. Tingnan niyo po kung gaano kabanayad. Ganyan na lang yan. Pag nakarating dito, mahina na lang yung hangin. Ayan. Mahina lang yung hangin. Ngunit, may hangin pa rin. Ngayon, that air, that huge volume of air, pag dumampo yan dito, isinasama na rin niya yung pocket of humidity na nasa gitna ng mga lettuce. So, number 1, that solves the tip burns. Next, because there's air flowing, you introduce air into the canopies. Madaan po yan dyan. Okay? So, nag-i-improve yung transpiration rate. 80% man ang humidity, pero na-i-activate niya o na-i-increase niya yung transpiration rate somehow, leading to what you're looking at. I mean, we've been growing indoors and it's very humid. For 1 week now, dahil sa bagyo na ito at sobrang labis na pag-ulan, napaka-humid po. Nasa loob po ito ng classroom. Hindi naman kami nagbubukas ng aircon dahil wala naman kaming klase ngayon. So, we use simply fans to move all that air. Yeah? So, in tough conditions, rainy, and when there's storm, pag humid ang air, humid po ang air before the rain, during the rain, especially during the rain and after the rain. Nababawasan po yung humidity pag sumikat na yung ating haring araw. And when growing lettuce, make sure that you keep your humidity between 50 to 70%. Pag wala sa 50 to 70% yan, well, in the Philippines, it's always the case na palaging humid. Kapag lampas ng 70% yan, bukas ka na ng electric fan. That will solve your transpiration. So, akala po ng iba, palagi po nakikita, akala po ng iba, meron akong nutrient deficiency because, no. If it's raining, if there's high moisture, your problem is most likely transpiration. So, it could be a nutrient solution problem, but if you buy from credible credible brands like Nutrihydro and some other players in the market there, suppliers in the market there, if it's from credible brands, you likely have a good set of fertilizers. And pag kayo po sinabihan na, ang Nutsol ko, ang nutrient solution ko, hindi nakakapagpatip burn. That's what you call a baloney. That's what you call a baloney. Ang Nutsol ko, makakapagpalaki ng tanim mo. Well, it's a lot more complicated than that. So tandaan niyo lamang po, pag tag-ulan, the nutrients is not your problem. Nutrient solution, hindi po yan ang problema. Ang problema po, pag tag-ulan, makapalang humidity, may issue ka sa transpiration. Transpiration, pag pinabayaan mo, nagkaka-damage ang tanim, bumababa ang health ng tanim. Maaari pa yung magkasakit dahil mababa ang kanyang resistensya. So, when there is thick humidity, more than 70%, manage it by running fans. If you cannot control it, then, use your air conditioner. But of course, we don't want to do that because it's a very high upkeep, very, very expensive to grow lettuce. Di bibili na lang ako ng lettuce sa labas. So, it's a very expensive thought, but manage problems with transpiration by using your fan. By the way, before we end the video, how would you know kung nagtatranspire na maayos yung mga lettuce? Hawakan niyo po yung ibabaw. Dapat po yan malamig-lamig. Tingnan niyo po, ito may ilaw. So dapat mainit-init ito, pero malamig po siya. This is an indicator, hindi po yan absolute. But this is a good indicator that your lettuce na tinatanim niyo are transpiring kasi, basa-basa siya, malamig. Makikita, mas malamig po siya. And also, dito po sa aming grow system, wala po kaming pinababayaan. That's not the right word. Wala po kaming uncovered holes. Lahat po yan nakatakip. For one reason. Number one, pagbukas po yan, maaari ang pasukin ng pathogens. May mga growers po tayo sa community na tinatanggal po nila ito para ito po paglaki. At ito po, because the bigger space you have in between your lettuce, mas mabilis po yung paglaki, mas malaki rin yung ilalaki niya. Pero kami po, we don't really want leaving a hole open. That's because that is a potential entry of pathogens. Mas pipiliin ko na wag masyadong malalaking lettuce ko. Lettuce ko, kaysa sa pasukin ako ng pathogens. Ang hirap po pag nagkaroon ng pathogens, lalo pa pag persistent. Now, anyway, so, dito po, why I wanted to tell you that is because dito hindi po kami nagli-leave ng holes. Why? Number one, pathogens. Number two, I don't like the concept of evaporation. Meaning, pag yan po kasi nakabukas, nag-evaporate po dyan yung mga tubig. So, hindi ko po na-measure kung ano po talaga yung kinukonsumo ng tanim. So, ito po, wala po yung butas. Wala po yung butas. So, confident po ako na somehow, evaporation is the least of my problems. I mean, there could be evaporation because look at this. Yeah, look at this. Sa yung mga pagipagitan yan, yung net pot na yan, may mga bukas-bukas yan. I know there's evaporation, but there's not gonna be too much except compared to if I take out that and leave holes open in between plants. Yeah? So I don't want to do that because number one, pathogens, and number two, I want to measure what water my plants consume. So, malamig sa ibabaw, di ba? Malamig sa ibabaw. Dito, titingnan nyo rin po yung inyong konsumo. Yeah, kaya po particular ako kasi nung nilamanan po namin, nandito yung tubig. Ngayon po, andito na po siya. Yeah, I'm absolutely I'm absolutely 100% that if I have water loss from evaporation, it's gonna be minimal. I'm sure it's consumed mostly by the plants. And to know that, ayan, malalamig po yung ibabaw niya. Not because of the air conditioner, because the air conditioner is not on at all, but that's because that's transpiration at work. Your plants, these plants are currently breathing. Yeah? Yeah. Final check nga. Tingnan lang natin. Oops, nahulog yung aking... okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Ayun, napapansin niyo po may ibang kulay. Beat marks po yan eh. Yeah, beat marks. Yung trauma marks kapag tinatanggal, ikakabit, tapos papatayuin lang. Yeah, sa isang corner habang magkakalikot ng grow system. So you don't want that, which is why here we've employed, opening the covers, keeping them open, unsealed, unclosed, unlatched. Yeah. And then, dyan na namin sinisilip po yan. Yeah. So, thank you for joining me this maulan day, this humid day. It's been raining, but there's thick humidity nonetheless. And that's what you do. Yeah. That's what you do. Done by the other growers. So, sa mga namang problema. Pag malamig, dahil nag-uulan, huwag kayong paka-celebrate. Yeah? Dahil makapal ang humidity, bumabagal ang transpiration. So, introduce air. Move that air to increase transpiration and to prevent, among others, tip burns, pagkabansot, and losing your plant health because of slow transpiration. This is Chris, and I'm your Ops Officer here at NutriHydro, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.